What's up guys, welcome to a new video. My name is Joop from the Clips, aka Macaroni with the Cheese. Every day I make YouTube videos about stocks and crypto. So if you like these subjects, hit the subscribe button, drop these likes, and let's get this money together. With that being said, Bitcoin price is $48,308. And yeah, we were pretty much going down in a downtrend. And what you see in front of you is the Bitcoin charts at the daily. And I put this mark here because I do think that we're gonna recover and go all the way to the 50 and then back to the 30s. So I keep it as it is right there, just to show y'all what my predictions is. So we do have seen that the overall market started to recover after Bitcoin continues its uptrend, but it also already rejected at the, at the 49 range. So Bitcoin still not can reclaim the 50,000 range. So that's something to consider, what Bitcoin's gonna do. So the overall total market excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum is doing well. We have seen a lot of altcoins are recovering their positions after the big plunge that happened. So for example, this is just my list of the projects that I been following. Popsicles took a 37%, Aave #1 lending platform 16%, Radio Gaga 15%, Spin, I have to do a video of Spin still in the future, 40%, ENS for the domain names 10%. So the overall market has been recovering, not in the total, but you do see a few altcoins have been recovering for their previous prices. So yeah, that's basically what's happening. And we still are not pretty much reclaiming the areas that we need. Like I told you, the 50,000 range. So we still struggling, and we almost at the end of the year. So it's 23 December 2021. We're still in 2021. So we almost there. So there's a few things that I want to share with you guys. Is that it's not pretty much going well in the US right now. So as a tweet of Marco Alf, US population grew at a record low of 0.1% in 2021. Even accounting for the pandemic and its effect on net immigration, the trend is undeniably bad. Less people in the labor force is less potential growth, lower equilibrium rates. And as this guy was telling, is he pretty much nailed it. Like there's no growth, year of year change, no growth. And it's basically, yeah, something that we could see happening already. We have known this from coming for decades. In 08 was just the beginning of the end of organic growth of employees, consumers, home buyers, and substitution. To be more specific, I do think that this all started in 1950 when they changed the gold standard for the dollars. That was pretty much when things went left. They pretty much had control of the money, and they could print X amount of money as they want, as they will, as they believe in, because the money printing is still going brr. So as you can see is that the year of year change is going down since the high of back in 1990. It's pretty much going down. And the red line is pretty much the debt. The public federal debt is up in the 23 trillion. I think now it's around 28, 29 trillion. But you see there's not overall price. It's pretty much a country who's been floating on debt. And yeah, it's getting worse. The federal balance sheet is at 8.7 trillion and their debt is 23 trillion. And these guys are still talking about raising the ceiling debt. Like, what do you want to raise? You already been on the water like 20 times. So, okay. What do we see next is that China is doing great. in comparison with the United States. As China's been doing great, they have a lot of manufacturing going on, a lot of companies, a lot of tech, they're doing it great. The only thing that pretty much is changing is that the CCP Jinping is taking control. There where in the US, a lot of companies, corporate are taking control of the overall economic. In China, it's pretty much different. There is CCP, is the Communist Party. They're pretty much the leader of the whole economic narrative. They're pretty much the head of all things that be going on economic, politically, and social changes. So that's pretty much one thing we have to consider. And yeah, the China growth decouples from credit, which one thing what was normal was when the China growth went up, that means that there was more credit. But now we can see that they're pretty much detached from each other. So China is doing very well. Okay, so this article, Lu says, experience suggests that even though China is putting the brakes on credit expansion in economic, that doesn't have to signal slower growth in economy or demand for commodities. That's because the traditional link between credit and growth is not as strong as it once was. Foreign demand is playing a key role in the economy this year as a pandemic-fueled export boom is set to continue. Domestically, more financing is being funneled to private sector business like Lu, where serving and technology companies which require less credit to expand make a bigger portion of the economy. What you also have to see is that the most of the money that has been coming in is not from loans, but it's from pre-sales. As you can see, this is the chart that's been telling. As you can see, the most of the money has been coming in from pre-sales, and the yellow line, the black line is the loans. So yeah, the Chinese people have money. They have money to basically accelerate. So yeah, this was the same as this guy saying, Julian Biddle on Twitter, Bloomberg's China credit impulse finally tick a higher December, be a very small amount, but signs of life for the first time in 8 months. My guess is we just saw the low. Given the long lead of ISM, China will drive USDM cycle lower next year. Buy China, sell United States in 2022. So yeah, that's basically the prediction of this guy. I do think that the stocks is going good. And this chart that I want to share with you guys is the credit impulse index. It's the credit impulse index is the new loans divided by the GDP. And the credit impulse measures the credit cycle in a market. When the economy recovers, the index rises. China credit impulse has less to do with the GDP, though China usually uses property to stimulate demand when the economy downtrends, so new loans are usually backed by real estate. But as China gains more and more control over its housing market, part of the new loans is starting to turn into the stock market. Remember guys, where you saw it first, all the loans is going into the stock market. So for the next few months and years, we could see a lot of bullish momentum for the Chinese market because they have a lot of money to borrow. And this one also is a chart of the China credit impulse index and a manufacturing cycle. Where you see is that the rise of copper and gold went up here in 2022, and it's going down, it's declining also as the credit pulse index. So as it said here is that, let me see, weighted by the declining of the manufacture cycle, China economic growth is expected to slow down in the second half of 2021. First of all, credit was developed by economics, China divided by the sum of, okay. For economics point of view, an increase in credit loans suggests higher likelihood to consume, invest. So it serves as a leading indicator for economic growth. Increases in credit loans rather than in volume of credit loans, it can reflect the credit cycle more accurately. So normally the credit loans was pretty much working together with the economic growth, but now as you can see that There's a lot of demand from outside of countries for manufacturing. That means China can make a lot of money. So that's the main reason they have a lot of money, a lot of funds they can spend. So that is something that I want to share with you guys. And I also tweeted about it on my Twitter account. Increasing the credit loan suggests higher likelihood to consume investors, which serves as a leading indicator for economic growth. Buy China and sell USA, guys. That's basically that's basically the news that I want to share with you guys. It's a small video, not too long. So if you like these subjects, subscribe and drop these likes. I need these likes, guys. So with that being said, I hope you like this video. Follow me on my socials, Joop van de Clips, and try to invest in these stocks, guys. Try to invest in these stocks because it's not going too well. It's not going too well with the United States. Let me see. It's not going too well. I do think we could hit the 448. Let me see, the 4,500 range. That's the thing that we could hit for the S&P 500. Because the market do need to recover. And for the Nasdaq, I do think we could reach the 40,000s. So that's basically my prediction. It's not going too well. And one of the great examples is the Tesla and the Amazons. They already took their big wins, the big W's here at the top. I think it's time to short the United States stocks market. So I'm basically always all over the place with my videos, but that doesn't matter. So what you have in front of you is the total market exclude Bitcoin. As you can see, the altcoins are doing well. They're on the green lights. I still think that we could reach the 700 billion range here because we had a wig here. So I think that Bitcoin is gonna do a spike up and then do a retest downstairs, and that's overall healthy for Bitcoin. So that's my prediction. With that being said, I hope you like this video, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Have a nice day. Stay close with your family, stay close with your loved ones, and for now, Merry Christmas, and I'll see you in the next video. Bang, bang.